Okay, today we're going to be graphing ordered pairs. So before we start into examples of the kind of questions you're going to have today, there's a few things that I need to explain as to what you're going to be looking at and some of the terms that they're going to be using today. So the first thing that I want you to look at is this middle picture. And right above it, I have what it's called. It's called a coordinate plane. So this type of graph or chart is called a coordinate plane. And today there's going to be different points they're going to be graphed on to these coordinate planes, and you're going to have to identify what those points are. And those points, so it might look, let me just show you what it might look like. So there might be a point right here. When I say point, it's just like a little dot on the coordinate plane, and there might be a letter, like it might be letter A, and it'll be labeled A. Those points are not called points. If you look over on the left in the green, it says ordered pair. Those points are called ordered pairs. And in parentheses, next to ordered pair, you see X and you see Y. So let me explain exactly what that means. So, on this coordinate plane, you should see right here says X-axis. This horizontal line, this horizontal part of your coordinate plane is called the X-axis. And then if you look right here, this says Y-axis. Your vertical line on your coordinate plane is called your Y-axis. One way that I can remember that it's kind of weird, but one way that I remember it is that X is a small letter, and so it's more horizontal compared to the Y, which is a long letter. So I think of this line, and I think of the vertical, long, straight up and down line that's on the coordinate plane. That might help you, that might not, I don't know. That's just one way that it helps me remember which is which. X is the horizontal, Y is the vertical. Y is the vertical because it's a long letter and it has that long tail on it like a vertical line. Okay, so that's important. And it's also important when you look at your ordered pair that the X is listed first and then the Y is listed second. So let me go over that here next. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Let me plot that point again here. Okay, and it was labeled A, right? We're going to call that an A, even though it doesn't look like an A. A. Okay, so one of the things they're going to ask you to do today is to find the ordered pair for example letter A. Okay, X is listed first. That means I have to use my number on the X-axis first. So basically all that means is I count over until I get to the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I counted to the 4 because the A is above the 4. So my first point on my ordered pair, the X-axis is 4, and then I go to my Y-axis. In other words, then I go up. How many squares up do I go? 1. So I go up 1 on my Y-axis. So your ordered pair for letter A would be 4, 1. Let's look at another example. If I have a point down over here, and it is point C. So I'm going to find the ordered pair for point C. So remember, X-axis is first. So I count over 1, 2, but it's not just 2. If you look at it, it's negative 2 because I'm going to the left. It's just like a number line. When you move to the left before 0, it's negative. Or behind 0, it's negative. So negative 2. And then I go down. Now on my Y-axis is next. So I count how many down. 1, 2. Once again, I look over. It's not just any 2, it's negative 2. So keep that in mind, that when you move to the left or when you go down, it's negative numbers. And your coordinate planes will have that shown for you today. So as long as you're following the numbers in the coordinate plane, you'll be fine. It'll show you the positives and the negatives. I'm going to give you a little tip on how to remember that the X number always comes first. The way that I taught it, and I still remember it now many, many years later, is that an airplane always has to go on the runway first. So this is the runway. So these numbers have to be written first. It has to go on the runway before your number can go up, or in some cases your number goes down, right? So the runway always has to be listed first. Your airplane goes out before it can get into the air, or like I said, sometimes it'll be going down. But just think of the X-axis as the runway that has to be done first. The other thing that you are going to be asked about today is this word over here on the top right that says quadrant. Now, some of you are probably wondering, what are these Roman numerals in the middle of my coordinate plane? That is the quadrant. So here it is labeled for you: quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So basically, another word for quadrant really is just like what section of your coordinate plane. Is it section 1, section 2, section 3, or section 4? And when they do quadrants, they represent them with Roman numerals. So today you're going to have that on part of your homework. It's going to ask you to identify what quadrant something is in. And so when you write your answer, you need to use the Roman numerals because that's what they use when you talk about quadrants. Basically, just take note. They start in the top right and they go counterclockwise, or they go left around. And you have an example of this on page 440 in your textbook. So keep that in mind, that if you need to look back and look at what quadrant something is in, just turn back the page and it has a picture of this for you. One last thing that I do want to go over before we move on to the types of questions you're going to have today and how to answer those. This middle point right here, you see a 0. So if let's say there was a letter there, let's say it was letter D and they want you to find the ordered pair. So you ask yourself, how many squares did I go over? Well, I went over 0 squares. And how many squares did I go up and down? Well, if I'm in the very middle right there, 0. So that point in the very middle of your coordinate plane is called 0, 0. And there's a name for it. It's called the origin. Now, the reason it's called the origin is because that's where everything starts. That's the origin of every point. You always start in the very middle when you start counting. So that very middle part of your coordinate plane is point 0, 0, and it's called the origin. So just keep that in mind. Okay, now we're going to look at some examples of questions that you're going to have today. I don't know what that blue line is, but we're going to get rid of it. Okay, the first type of question they're going to give you is they're going to have points plotted on the coordinate plane, like on the left of the screen in the picture. There's different letters plotted or on the graph. And you're going to have to identify what are the ordered pairs. So let's just start. Number 1 is B. So remember, you always do the runway first. So I'm going to move to the left first because I see B is on the left. So I count over 1, 2. So I use my parentheses. It's not just any 2, it's -2. And then I go down 1, 2. Also -2. Okay, now point, I'm going to erase those little dots. Point A. Okay, I count over 1, 2. This time it's +2. And I count down 1, 2. And this time it's -2 because down is negative. Now I look at C and I count over 1, 2. Lots of 2's today. And I count up 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're both positive. So 2, 4. And my last one is D. And I count over 1, 2. But it's -2. So keep that in mind. And I count up 1, 2. Something I want you to notice. Each of my answers has parentheses. Your answers need to have parentheses. Second thing, each of my points is separated by commas. You need to have a comma. An ordered pair is written parentheses on each side and a comma in the middle. That is my expectation of what your ordered pairs will look like because that is how to properly write an ordered pair. If you were to just write 2, 4, it looks like 24 and that doesn't make sense. That's not an ordered pair. And if you were to write 2, 4, I don't know what that means. It looks like 2.4. You will learn as you get older, when you see, like for example, when I see numbers written like this, I know what that is. I know that means it's an ordered pair. So it's important that you write it in that format. Okay, so that will be an example of one of the things you're going to be asked to do today. And then you'll have a section like what is right over here. They will give you a graph like similar to what we have on the left side of the screen here. And they will give you ordered pairs. And then what they'll ask you to do in the directions, let me pull it down so we can read it. It says, name the point for each ordered pair and the quadrant or axis on which it lies. So there's 2 things. So first it says name the point. So that means what letter is it? And then what quadrant or axis. Where is it? What quadrant or axis is it on? Because you'll notice that some of this, like this E right here, this is not in a quadrant. It's on a line. It's on an axis. And this D right here is not in a quadrant. It's on the y-axis. So keep that in mind. That's what it means when it says or axis. So, excuse me. Let's get started. Okay. So 3, 2. So 3 is positive. So moving to the right, I'm going to count over 1, 2, 3, and down 2. 1, 2. So that leaves me with point A. So that's my first answer. And then it says which quadrant is it in? Okay, if you don't remember the quadrants, you can flip back a page, or I'm going to move over here to show you. It's in the bottom right, and the bottom right is quadrant 4. So with my answer, I'm going to use the Roman numerals for 4, which is IV. So you can separate your answer with a comma, you could use a semicolon, you can use a slash, I don't care. As long as they're both there and they're separated by something, I will understand what you're trying to tell me with your answer. Okay, number 2, 0, 5. So 0 means I go 0 over. So I stay at 0 and I move up 5. And if I look at my chart here, D is on 5. I know 5 isn't listed on my y-axis. However, it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and they're each separated by 1. So I know that those numbers are 3, 5, 7, and 9. So just keep that in mind. Even if your chart doesn't explicitly list the numbers, the boxes still represent that they're there. So 0, 5 is D, and that is not on, or excuse me, that's not in a coordinate, so it's on the y-axis. Negative 8, 5, so I'm going to go over to the negative 8, which is way over here, and up 5, which gets me to B, and that is in the second coordinate. And the last one, negative 3.5 and 0, so negative 3.5. Okay, so negative 2, negative 3 would be right there, and then it goes over negative 3.5, okay? And then it goes up 0. So that would be E, and that's not in a quadrant, but it is on the x-axis. So this direction right here, it says coordinate or axis. So like number 1 and number 3 were actually in a coordinate, and number 2 and number 4 were not in a coordinate. They were all along an axis. So that's what it means when it says quadrant or axis. And this is how you would write your answers. So keep that in mind. The other thing is make sure when you're doing this that you're looking at the little dots where the dot is, not where the letter is. So for example, the E, let me zoom in a little bit here on this picture. This E is up here. I'm not looking at where the E is. I'm looking at where the dot is, the point is. So keep that in mind when you're writing your answers. Because this E, the letter E, looks like it's on, let's see, it would be like negative 3, 1. But it doesn't want to know where the E is. It wants to know where the point is. The E is just written next to it so that you can see it. So make sure when you're doing your homework today, you're looking at the dots, not the letter itself. Let's see. I'm just double checking your homework to see what else, if there's anything else I'm gonna. Looks like you're gonna be given a map on the bottom part of your homework with a coordinate plane, and you're going to have to identify, it like labels different things on your map, and you have to say what ordered pair a couple of things are in, and then you have to find an ordered pair and say what location is at those ordered pairs. It'll be pretty clear once you look at it. I think it's of Washington, D.C. And it's asking you to draw a coordinate plane and graph and label the points. So let's look at how. Now, you'll be able to do this a couple of different ways. You could do this, you could write this part on a piece of paper and email me, take a picture of it and email it to me. You could figure out how to do it on your computer if you want to take the time to look into how to do that. Be my guest. If you want to just quickly do it on a piece of paper, snap a picture of it with your mom or dad's cell phone or your own cell phone or an iPad or whatever and email it to me. That works too. Let me just show you, it's pretty quick, how you would do this. So let's see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so my boxes are bigger, if it's going to let me. Yeah. Okay. So this part says, the directions will say, draw a coordinate plane and graph and label the points. So you need to notice how that's a little crazy, but we'll go with it. Notice how they have arrows on the ends because that means they keep going and going and going and going and going. That's what that represents. Okay, so there's my axes, my X and Y axis. And then it says to graph and label the points given. So for example, it'll tell you, like mine says Y, ooh, whoa, that's crazy. Mine says Y, and then it says 0, -3. And then it says W, -3, 3. So I'm gonna graph those points here fairly quickly. So 0, -3. So I go over 0, and I go down -3. 1, 2, 3, and that would be, I forget how crazy these are. Y. And then W, I'm going to go -3, 3. So -3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, and I go up 3.